Hello students, how are you all? Hope that you all are fine as well as healthy. We are learning biology chapter number 5 and the title of chapter number 5 is Principles of Inheritance and Variation. Okay, you know that in the chapter of genetics different type of things are there like inheritance and variation. What is the definition of genetics? It is one type of science which deals with inheritance, okay, and variation. Inheritance is one type of process in which the character will pass down from parents to their progeny, and the different type of characters between parent and progeny is known as the variation. So in last video lecture we have talked about the monohybrid cross. Okay, so Mendel did monohybrid cross for understanding of the inheritance of one gene. You will remember this monohybrid cross was done by Mendel, okay, for the understanding of inheritance of one gene. It means inheritance of one gene, this word is connected with the monohybrid cross. Okay, in monohybrid cross at same time or at a time only one character will be observed. That's why it is known as monohybrid cross. Okay, so you know that the result of monohybrid cross, the genotypic ratio is 1:2:1 and phenotypic ratio is 3:1. Okay, in last video lecture we have done one example, okay, and from this example we had one result like 1:2, 2:1 and 3:1. In homework I gave you two different type of examples, okay, like parent having capital R cross small r, and parent having capital Y cross small y, and you know the concept of genotype and phenotype. From genotype, okay, phenotype will be there, okay, or the phenotype will be determined or phenotype will be decided from the genotype, because gene will express and after expression of gene characters will be there. And you know that if homozygous pair is there, homozygous pair will produce the same type of gametes, while heterozygous pair will produce different type of gametes but in a same number. Okay, so this concept is about the Mendel. You know that the Mendel did experiment in pea plant, Pisum sativum. Total 14 plants, okay, were there. Mendel used different type of 14 plants. According to Mendel, one character having two factors, okay, one is the dominant trait and another is a recessive trait. So today we are going to learn about the two new concept. First concept is about the Punnett square, okay, how to use Punnett square or what are the importance of Punnett square in monohybrid cross, and second concept is about the some mathematical formula. Okay, and after learning these two concepts we will use Punnett square in monohybrid cross and we will do or we will write a new example. Okay, so today's title is about the Punnett square. Remember, Punnett square is one type of short note of 2 marks. So see here, title is what? Title is, we can say that title is Punnett square. Title is Punnett square. It is the most important question. Okay, it is the most important question. It is a question of 2 marks. It is the most important question and it is a question of 2 marks. So first point we can say that this or it is given by, it is given or described, it is given by British geneticist Reginald C. Punnett. Okay, so Punnett square was given by, okay, British geneticist Reginald C. Punnett. So Reginald C. Punnett is a one-liner question. It is the name of one scientist, okay, Reginald C. Punnett. And remember, British means we can say that the country of this scientist was England. So sometime it is also asked, so you will remember the country is what? Country is England. So first point, Punnett square was given by a British geneticist Reginald C. Punnett. Point number 2, with the help of Punnett square, with help of Punnett square, with the help of Punnett square, we can understand the formation of gametes. We can understand the formation of gametes. We can understand the formation of gametes. Second thing, we can understand the formation of zygote. We can understand the formation of zygote. And third one, we can say that we can understand or we can make all possible results of genotype. All possible result of genotype. Okay, so three different type of functions or three different type of importance are there. See, we are going to understand this word gamete. You know that the gamete means what? Gamete means it is one type of reproductive cell. Remember, gamete is equal to what? Gamete is equal to one type of reproductive cell, and gamete is always of N type. N means haploid or diploid. N means you can say haploid. Okay, means half number of chromosomes are there in gamete. So we can understand the formation of gametes. Then what? Then formation of zygote. You know that after the process of fertilization, male gamete combine with female gamete and will form a zygote. Remember, zygote is always diploid. Okay, zygote is always diploid, means zygote is always of 2N type. And all possible result of genotype. Genotype means what? Genotype means the structure of gene. Genotype means the structure of gene, and from genotype phenotype will be decided. So these three are the important point. With the help of Punnett square, we are going to understand about the formation of gametes, then formation of zygote, and then all possible results of the genotype. Okay, now if we talk about the point number 3, in Punnett square, we can write gametes on both sides, on two sides. See, there are some rules of writing gametes. So the first one, we can say that at the upper side or at the upper portion, and second one, we can say that at the left side. Okay, for example, if we draw here one Punnett square, then see, suppose it is what? Suppose it is a Punnett square. So here it is the upper side. Here at upper side we can write both gamete, and here at left side we can write both gamete. You know that the male gamete and female gamete, so the sign of both will be different. Okay, for male gamete it is a sign of what? It is a sign of male gamete, and this one, okay, it is a sign of what? It is a sign of female gamete. So suppose we are writing male gametes here, then we must write female gamete here. Okay, if you are writing female gamete at upper side, then at left side you are writing you are able to write the male gamete. Okay, and here we are able to write what? Here we are able to write the possible genotypes. Okay, so suppose here 1 and 2 male gametes are there, and here 2 female gametes are there. Okay, if suppose 2 male gametes are there and 2 female gametes are there, then we can say that total 1, 2, 3 and 4. Total how many? Total 4 possibilities of genotype will be there. For example, you know that if we talk about the F1 generation, you know the F1 generation according to Mendel, capital T, okay, means all 100% tall plants were there, and the self fertilization, capital T, small t. So the gamete of this one will be capital T, small t, and gamete of this plant will be capital T, small t. If we say it is a male plant and that one is a female plant. Okay, so here if we write the gamete male gamete capital T small t and female gamete capital T and small t. Okay, so see, what about genotype? First one will be capital T, second capital T small t, third one capital T small t, fourth small t and small t. Okay, so it is a one type of use of Punnett square. So there is a one sentence in your book, we can say that Punnett square is one type of graphical representation of the all probability or the all possibility of the genotype. Okay, so with the help of Punnett square we can get the all possible genotype. So point number 5, we can say that it is one type of what? It is one type of what? It is one type of graphical. It is one type of graphical presentation. It is one type of graphical presentation of all possible genotypes. Of all possible genotypes. Okay, so here the concept of Punnett square is 100% completed. Again we are going to revise this Punnett square. So the concept of Punnett square was given by the British geneticist Reginald C. Punnett. Okay, he was from the country England. With the help of Punnett square we can understand the formation of gamete, the formation of zygote and all possible results of the genotype, means structure of gene. Okay, we can write the gametes, okay, on two side, at left side and on the upper side. The sign of male and female gametes will be different. Okay, it is one type of what? It is one type of graphical representation, okay, of all possible genotypes. So this concept is completed. Now we talk about the second concept. Okay, see, if we talk about the result of monohybrid cross, then the result of genotypic and phenotypic ratio will be what? We can say that for genotypic ratio, the result is 1 capital T is to 2 capital T small t is to 1 small t. Means we can say that 1 upon 4 capital T is to 1 upon 2 capital T small t is to 1 upon 4 small t. Okay, it is all about the genotypic ratio. But what about the phenotypic ratio? We can say that 3 tall is to 1 dwarfed. Okay, 3 tall is to 1 dwarfed. It means we can say that 3 upon 4 tall plant is to 1 upon 4 dwarf plant. Okay, so it is a result. You know that the Mendel did different type of study of maths, means mathematics. You know that the mathematical approaches were there in the experiment or the work done by Mendel. So if we use one equation of mathematics, equation is ax plus by square. See, we are using this equation ax plus by square, means we can say that 1 upon 2 capital T plus 1 upon 2 small t, because we can say that if we talk about the gamete formation, then 50% chances of capital T and 50% chances of small t. Okay, so 1 by 2 capital T plus 1 by 2 small t is equal to square is equal to, we can say that 1 upon 2 capital T plus 1 upon 2 small t multiplied by the same 1 upon 2 capital T plus 1 upon 2 small t, okay, is equal to 1 by 4 capital T, okay, 1 by 4 capital T plus 1 by 2 capital T small t plus 1 by 4 small t. See the result. 25% capital T, then 50% small t, then 25% small t. Okay, so it is the second concept of today's lecture. In this concept we can say that this one equation ax plus by square, binomial expression. Okay, so the name of this equation is binomial expression. So two concepts of these lectures are completed, and now we will done one example. You know that I gave you different type of 2 examples in your homework, but we will done one of them today with the help of or with using the Punnett square. Okay, with using Punnett square. So in this example we will take a parent of the capital R cross small r. You know that the capital R is equal to rounded seed while small r, okay, small r is equal to what? Small r is equal to wrinkled seed. Okay, so if we take as P generation, we can take capital R cross with small r. Okay, so see, this capital R and small r is what? It is one type of genotype. Okay, remember, it is what? It is one type of genotype. It is not a phenotype. Capital R is one type of genotype. Small r is one type of genotype. From this genotype we can write phenotype. So phenotype will be round and here phenotype will be wrinkled. Okay, here phenotype will be wrinkled. Okay, so it is a P generation, means parent generation. Now if we talk about the gametes, gametes of P generation, okay, you know that the two types of gametes are there, male gamete and female gamete. We can say, suppose it is a male plant, then it will be a female plant. Okay, so this is the homozygous pair. Okay, both are the homozygous pair, and you know that the homozygous pair will produce the same type of gametes. Okay, and heterozygous pair will produce different type of gametes, but the number will be same. So here we can say that if we talk about the gametes, then both parent will produce same type of gamete. This one will produce capital R and that parent will produce the small r. Okay, if we talk about the filial 1 generation, okay, what about the F1 generation? F1 generation means we can say that filial 1 generation. So in F1 generation, the fusion of gametes, see, it is a N type. Both are haploid or diploid, both are haploid. So both fuse with each other with the help of process fertilization and will form what? Will form a new zygote, capital R, small r. Okay, so it is a genotype. What about phenotype? See, capital R is dominant. Yes, then this plants will be, or this plants having the rounded seed. Okay, so round. You know that in F1 generation, Mendel did self-fertilization. So same process here we are going to done the self-fertilization. Okay, so process of self-fertilization. So capital R, small r, and here we can say that round. The shape will be what? The shape will be round. It is all about the F1 generation. Now we are going to produce gametes of F1 generation. Gametes of F1 generation. See, these both are heterozygous pair. Both are not homozygous. So heterozygous will produce different type of gametes but in a same number. So we can say that here 50% capital R will be produced and 50% small r will be produced. Here we can say that 50% capital R will be produced and 50% small r will be produced. Remember, you are going to write, okay, or you are going to do circle. Okay, circle around the gamete, because circle or this round is a one type of indication. It is a one type of sign of the gamete. So these are the different type of gametes. So two gametes. Okay, suppose it is a male plant and that one will be the female plant. Two gamete from male plant and two gamete from the female plant. Now we are writing the important one with the help of Punnett square. okay, with the help of what? With the help of Punnett square. Means in next step we are going to use what? We are going to use the Punnett square. Means using of Punnett square, then we can say that suppose it is a Punnett square. Okay, you know that the two male gametes are there. Suppose here male, here female gamete. So two male gamete and two female gametes are there. Capital T is a male gamete, small t is a female gamete. Here we can say that capital T is female and small t is female. Means these both are the female gamete, okay, at left side, and these both are the male gamete. Then what about the genotype? Okay, how many possible genotypes are there? We can say that 2 multiplied by 2 is equal to 4. 2 multiplied by 2 is equal to 4. So total 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 possible genotypes are there. Okay, here we are going to write first one is capital T, capital T, capital T, small t, capital T, small t, third one is small t, small t. So in F2 generation total 1, 2, 3 and 4 possible genotypes are there. First one is capital T, sorry, not capital T, we will write what? Capital R. હું કેપિટલ ટી લખવાની ટેવ પડી ગઈ હોય ને એટલે એ લખાઈ જાય, બટ વી આર રાઇટિંગ કેપિટલ આર. Capital R, capital R, capital R, small r, capital R, small r, small r and small r. Okay, so first one is capital R, second capital R, small r, third one capital R, small r, last one small r, small r. Okay, so these four are what? These four are the one type of genotype. Now from genotype we can say that from genotype phenotype will be decided. Okay, so first one is about the round, second one is about the wrinkled, sorry, second one is about also round because capital R is there, third one is about the also round, and last one is about the wrinkled. Okay, these all four are one type of what? These all four are one type of phenotype. Okay, see the word is what? Word is phenotype. Okay, now if we write the result of F2 generation, okay, so first one we can say that what about the genotypic ratio? What about the genotypic ratio? So we can say that 1 capital R is to 2 capital R small r is to 1 small r, means we can say that 1 by 2 capital R is to 1 by 4 here, and 1 by 2 capital R small r is to 1 by 4 small r is equal to 25% capital R is to 50% capital R small r is to 25% small r. So it is all about the genotypic ratio. You know that it will be same 1:2:1. Okay, what about the phenotypic ratio? What about the phenotypic ratio? Then we can say that 3 round and 1 wrinkled. Okay, so is equal to 3/4 round is to 1/4 wrinkled is equal to 75% round is to 25% wrinkled. Okay, so this phenotypic ratio will be 3:1. Okay, so it is a proper method. Okay, proper method of calculation. Okay, if any example will be asked in exam, you will write this all example with the help of this calculation. All steps must be in sequence and all steps are important. See, this sentence is important with the help of Punnett square. Okay, then the result, this result is also important, and remember it is a result of F2 generation. Okay, so today's lecture is 100% completed. Thank you very much.